You only find certain people on TikTok. What is it? Do we got a TikTok addiction? What's going on? I jump on here and like the people who probably are fucking weirdos trying to figure out the matrix like I am. Here y'all are. Have y'all been to newverselive.com? Anybody here been to newverselive.com? Anybody know what we be doing? Or is this y'all first time? I'm trying to finish dinner, but my spirit guides will not leave me alone about this. I'm finna go ahead and just tell y'all what's up. Alright. I'm finna tell y'all what's up. Hold up. If you don't know me and you ain't never been to newverselive.com, it's cool. I'm gonna introduce myself and we gonna get started. Because I realize it's some shit going on that needs to be addressed because it is not healthy for your mental health and it is not healthy for your sanity. So I don't know who this message is for, but if you are dreaming about people, that is a sign that you need to cut cords with somebody. I need my hold on. I need my ashwagandha before I get started. Let me lubricate myself and libate my soul. I'm gonna tell y'all some more. Let me tell you something. In society, the reason why our relationships fail is because we have fucking etheric cords still attached to exes, to people we slept with and probably never even talked to again. And you think because you didn't get emotionally attached that it didn't have an impact on you. Spirits transfer, honey. Spirits transfer, and spirits is transferring at a rate that is equal to the goddamn 5G Wi-Fi. Them bitches is hopping on. You ain't even gotta have sex. You can have a conversation with a person and their whole energy be all over you. See, I'm an energy reader. And the way that I read energy and perceive energy is through my feelings. My feelings tell me everything I need to tell me. A motherfucker could be telling me one thing, but if your energy telling me something else, I believe the motherfucking energy. Because energy don't lie, people do. And I'm not trying to shame nobody. Because at the root of it all of us would probably benefit from a cord cutting. What is a cord cutting? A cord cutting is when you start to pick up on that somebody is draining your energy. A cord cutting is something that you do when you pick up on somebody is draining your energy. Somebody is popping up in your fucking dreams. Somebody is saying your fucking name. Your ears ring. When you get in tune with energy, you're like, oh, okay, so a motherfucker talking about me today. Well, thank you. Because I need to cut cords. Clip, clip. I don't have time for this shit. I'm not here to play no games no more. See, when I went through my awakening, I was in a relationship with a vampiric ass man who taught me so fucking much about energy. His level of vampirism was so profound that it would drain my money, my energy, my health, the way I felt about myself. Some of them feelings that y'all be feeling is not your feelings. It will behoove you to isolate which feelings and thoughts are yours and something that may be attached to someone in your past. See, the future that you created, it don't give a fuck about your past. Okay? The future that you created requires you to focus on the present moment. But how can you do that when somebody constantly pulling on your energy, thinking about you, talking about you, dreaming about you, bringing you up? It could be in negative ways or positive ways. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your energy. People say that the most genius thing the devil ever did was caused people to believe he did not exist, that he wasn't real. I've fucked plenty of devils, and I can tell you that they are real. I have fucked plenty of vampires, and I can tell you that they are real. If you are highly empathic, 9 times out of 10, you attract these type of people. Okay? And this go for any, don't matter what your gender is. Anytime somebody don't feel inspired or feel great about themselves or are confident, even if they not feeling, because I be depressed as hell sometimes. Spiritual awakening ain't cute. I don't know why people be skipping through flowers and shit like that's what the fuck it is. It's not. I be balled up in a ball, grieving in a way that I can't even give you words to create a visual. Snot running, just bawling, and like, why do I attract these kind of situations and people in my life? Why does it seem like I'm always giving, but I'm not receiving, right? Energy blockages. When you mingle your energy with people who are black holes, they have a void inside of them. We all have emptiness inside of us. But for some people, it's amplified because they created this ego. They created this narcissistic false self avatar that they use. So a lot of times you don't even know. And this person is a whole fucking different person with you in private than with everybody else. 9 times out of 10, most people think that this person is the greatest thing since bread when it's sliced. And you might start to feel like you're crazy. And this person will gaslight you. These people will gaslight you. And guess what? Because I make sure that I'm fair in everything that I'm talking about, we do this shit too. We gaslight our own selves, because when you take on the energy of the energy vampire, you will start to think towards your own self the way they thought about you. And for a lot of us, this started with the people that raised us. This ain't no shame on them. Because I was a horrible fucking mother. Up until this point, I did the best that I could do. But what I was doing was not enough. It was not connected enough because I was being drained. And you think because somebody is doing things for you, like this how they show up. They show up doing sweet things for you, saying all the things that you want to hear, you know, giving you shit. They come with the motherfucking smoke. And you be like, whoa, okay. And you feeling yourself and you don't even realize that they getting ready to vamp your ass to death. And you ain't gonna even know that they are draining your energy. If you have not been paying attention to your energy, to your body, to your symptoms, to your mental space, pay attention. If y'all on TikTok right now, I'm telling you, take a break. And be like, I'm taking a break from everybody and everything. And I'm just sitting to pay attention to me. And write down what you feel. What thoughts come to you. You will be surprised. You will be surprised at how you have taken on the abuse and the conditioning that you receive. And you might be trying your best to be different. And it just seems like you take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Somebody is drawing on your energy. So let me tell y'all some of the signs of how this shows up in conversation. This includes your own inner dialogue. Because see, my inner dialogue was based in religion. Religion is a destroyer. Religion is a destroyer of energy. I'm going to tell y'all about gaslighting. But when your third eye is really open and when your mind is not trying to make shit make sense that don't make sense, like a God that gets so fucking mad he flood the whole planet, like, goddamn, why are you having tantrums? God, that right there. And I spent my whole life like, I don't want God to do that to me. I don't want God to send me to hell. And I fucking died and realized that I was the creator of my own life. Had a whole conversation with Source. So for people who tell me, you know, like you really should go back to being a Christian or Hebrew Israelite or whatever I was at the time, those were a part of my journey. That was not meant to be where I arrive and stay. Souls are meant to evolve. A lot of us are depressed because of this. A lot of us don't know what our life purpose is, and it's right in front of your face, but you can't see it when shit is pulling on your energy. So peep this. Peep game. This is what gaslighting sounds like. You need help. You're too emotional, right? How many women have had a man almost take on the collective energy of being a male chauvinist and make you feel like your emotions are irrational, but you're reacting to some irrational shit that he did. This I'm telling you, this shit is happening. And I'm not going to tell y'all the big picture of the story yet, because I'm going to do this in chunks and pieces. All right? The next thing, I never did anything wrong. This is all you. How many people have had somebody project their energy onto them and they get mad at you and blame you, right? What about this? You putting words in my mouth, and you may have said exactly what they said verbatim. This is how energy vampires deflect and project. And oftentimes we take on this energy inside of ourselves, and we really think it be us. We be having fucking internal conflict wrestling inside of our fucking head. Can't even figure out what voice is going to be serving our highest purpose. That's hell on earth. To not be at peace within your own being, within your own temple. I just can't do it. Won't do it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. They accuse you of lying. They'll tell you that didn't happen. And you like, am I crazy? And they'll tell you, yeah, you crazy. Gaslighting. Why are you so defensive all the time? Oh, so I guess I can't say nothing to you no more because you always go get defensive. Well, I'm not in control of your emotional regulation. So if you get offended to something that I say and I'm speaking to you in authenticity about how I feel, that's your responsibility to manage that, not mine. You see, they make you feel like you're doing shit to take power away from them, and the whole time that energy exchange is happening, because words create energy, they draining you. You need to toughen up. I used to say that to my daughter. You need to toughen up. You need to toughen up, because I was so afraid that the world was going to crush her. Because it felt like so many times the world damn near crushed me. So I felt like it was a form of love telling her she needed to toughen up, but it was gaslighting, right? Maybe you find yourself telling yourself that. I need to just toughen up. I just need to push through it. For those of you who are healing yourselves, feminine energy is definitely the way to go. That's relaxing. No, I don't need to force. I don't need to chase money. I attract. I don't need to do anything. They'll start telling you what you should be doing. No, I shouldn't be doing anything but what the fuck I'm doing right now, because I trust myself. And if what I'm doing right now don't like what I need to be doing to you, that's a you problem. That's your perception. Because from where I'm sitting, I'm doing exactly what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. And it don't matter what it is. This is you learning how to be confident in yourself. And don't allow people to project shit onto you. I lived my whole life letting people project they shit onto me, blaming me, and actually sacrificing myself to fix them, to rescue them. That's my wounded inner child archetype, the rescuer. What's yours? If you're in a relationship and you don't know your wounded child archetype, this Mars retrograde is going to be tearing all of your illusions down. And it's going to be just straight up war. You always twist my words. This is why when people gaslight me, I repeat exactly what they just said to me to be sure that we're clear. So let me make sure that I heard you. You said that I'm being irrational right now because you lied to me and I'm responding to it with emotion, right? Am I clear on that? Is that what's happening here? And sometimes when you repeat it back to them, the shit sounds so crazy coming out of your mouth, they'll deny that they said it. That's gaslighting too. Why are you so upset? You are always so dramatic. I was just messing with you. That shit. Look, if you're having a hard day, you lost your job, or maybe you didn't got a ticket on the way home, you got some terrible news about a new diagnosis, like it'd be like serious shit happening in your life that's transformational, and they will pick on you and then say they just kidding. I cannot stand when people do shit like that. Like, it's certain shit you just shouldn't play about. You have to be clear. You have to be unafraid to say, I do not like how you're playing with me right now about this. So I'm going to remove myself if you don't have the ability to regulate your emotions better and not be projecting shit onto me, because it's obviously something that you're not feeling good about, where you feel like I got to be the reason for your jokes. You can't find shit else to joke about? Call them on their shit. And you're not doing it in a way that's high conflict. You're just being direct. Just saying it exactly how you feel. Because they will make you backpedal your feelings and feel bad about what you're feeling when they did something to you that triggered you in a traumatic way. And a lot of times you can tell them, like, look, that's a huge trigger for me. You know, can you not say that to me? And soon as it's a disagreement, that's the first fucking thing they say to you. See, we attract these people into our lives because there is a level of the illusion of the matrix that we've been living in that's a lie. We've been lying to ourselves. Relationships that are shifting and changing right now is not because something is wrong with us per se. We just didn't have a deeper understanding of spiritual anatomy, frequency, energy, and vibration, and how it creates reality. So if you find yourself feeling trapped, the 3D matrix is breaking down for you so that you can see through the illusions. Maybe you feel like you're unheard and unseen and undervalued. And when you feel like that, that feeling right there, if you don't work through it, if you don't do the shadow work and work through it, it's going to attach itself to everything that you do. So you will launch a project, or you may have a meeting to present something at school or at work, and the reaction is not going to be what you were expecting for it to be. Right? Because you already had the energy of feeling undervalued, unseen, and unheard. So like, yeah, it's going to hit different. You know? So we have to think about energy. And this is why everything that I do, if I'm not 100% in alignment with what I'm doing, I don't do it. It don't matter how much pressure is on me. It don't matter what deadlines I have, or even how many people might be waiting on me to whatever that thing is. I don't move unless I'm inspired. Because when I move without inspiration, I'm forcing it, and I'm sacrificing myself, and I'm straining myself, and I'm draining my own energy trying to force myself to do something that I really don't feel like I'm in alignment with to do. And the world will shame you for it. The whole fucking matrix gaslight us to where you feel like if you have to sleep more than 8 or 9 hours, or if you have to sleep through the day, you will feel like a fucking embarrassment. I have woke up at 2 o'clock and hear this voice in my head like, look at you. You just woke up and it's 2 o'clock. What kind of shit is that? The fuck you sleeping so much for? And when I heard it in my head, I was like, hold on. That's not, I wouldn't talk to me like that, because I know that this rest is what I need because of what I'm doing. See, I'm working on myself for real. I'm going into my abyss for real. I'm facing my demons and fears for real. I need this sleep. It don't matter what time it is. The matrix will gaslight you as well. So it's not always through people. Sometimes it's through your own thoughts, right? You feeling my spirit so strong, Ashe. People, when we resonate with one another, I'm just being a reflection of the part of you that people around you are afraid to reflect because they don't want you to feel better about yourself than they feel about them. That's all that it is. I'm just the mirror, right? I'm just the mirror. Here's another one. Your smiles hide terrible pain. Now, I am an expert at projecting myself to be happier than I really am, but that does not benefit me. It's a time and place for everything. But feeling like you gotta walk around smiling all the fucking time, that's gaslighting. Because if that's not how you're feeling, and for a lot of us, didn't the people that raised us and our parents and shit like fix your face? Fix your face. You just got your ass beat. They just sent you outside to get a switch, and they like fix your face before we get out the car and go in here in church. You this shit crazy as hell. And I'm laughing, and it's not a laughing matter, but at some point it's Sagittarius season. Look, find some humor in this shit. You can't just do shadow work and face your demons and not be able to laugh at it. Like, a lot of us went through that. I went through it and then re-traumatized my child with the same shit. Because if we walked in to take family pictures, or maybe it's Easter or something, and her face looking all fucked up, it was like it was a reflection of something that I had did wrong. But I probably did. You see? So parenting, oftentimes when you parent unconsciously, you gaslight your children too. That's some dark shit. But it's real, right? You get obsessed with pleasing other people. If that's you, an energy vampire have trained you to take care of them before your own self. Now, I'm just kind of jumping around here with some stuff with people who are here now and may resonate with some of this. But who in the chat can relate to that? Yeah. And this right here will have your whole body in pain. You won't even know why you hurting so bad. Head hurting. These fucking energy vampires. And the vampire might be you. It might be you. Whenever you feeling lonely or not feeling good about yourself, if you reach out to other people and you're not really giving energy in return, you're just getting advice from people and rehashing your traumatic stories over and over again. And if you're the kind of person where you like, yeah, Eddie smacked me upside the head with another smoked sausage. Well, didn't he just smack you upside the head with a piece of bologna Tuesday? Yeah, he did. Like, I don't want to have them conversations. That's some personal stuff for you to work through. Maybe you're working through some karmic lessons, but that conversation is going to drain me because we've had this conversation so many times before and they ain't doing nothing to change it. And so what happens is you become a people pleaser and you would listen to people talk about shit that you really don't want to listen to. And you get to a space where you love yourself so much and your energy and your sacred space and your mind and your peace where you be like, I don't mean any harm, but right now that's just some information that I can't handle. And you don't have to explain to them why. This is how you attract people in your life who love you unconditionally. This is why a lot of us don't attract people that love us unconditionally, because we don't love us unconditionally. We only love us as far as other people will not be offended by us. Real shit. How about this one? You put on fake personalities when you're around certain people. I can do this, but I do it consciously, right? Depending on the environment that I'm in, I can switch up. I shapeshift, baby. I'm a chameleon. That's a power. But if you aren't connected to it mindfully, it's disempowering to do that. Everything is a matter of context, right? It's a matter of context. So, I see some of y'all relating. This your first time on my live? Yeah, you've been sleeping. It's time to wake up. I'm telling you, I'm trying to kick every time I wake up. I'm trying to kick kick through all the fucking obstacles and limitations and demons at my feet, and I'm bold and unafraid. Like when you do shadow work, you just get bold and unafraid. You get brazen. And you just speak how the fuck you feel. And people who are not vibing with you leave. And people who still vibing with you stay. It's so beautiful. A lot of us just need to be more authentic, figure out what our authentic self is, what our needs are, what we want and don't want in our life, and just be it and live it and allow what cards may fall to fall. You cannot live your life for other people. You cannot. No successful person in the world ever. Well, it depends on your terms of success. But I'm talking about people. When I think of success, I think of people who do something that I know took courage to do. Like what Kanye West doing right now. What B.O.B. do. It takes courage to speak a perspective that most people do not have. That's all that I do. So I don't attract people into my life who can't handle an expanded perspective. I tend to attract people into my life who are also expanding themselves. That shit is beautiful. I don't get up and go to work and punch no clock. You know, I can spend time, work on myself. I take my plant medicine. I have my tea ceremonies. I create courses. I go in deep. My natal chart is set up for me to be able to read the Akashic Library. I gained access to the Akashic Library, and ever since then, I just be like, to the motherfucking Matrix, and people be like, wow, this is my first time hearing you, and like, I can't believe that I never saw any of your videos before, and I'm like, yeah, because the 3D Matrix just, it don't, 3D Matrix, we like oil and water. We like oil and water. I liberate people and set people free. A lot of people don't need to change who they are to change their life. You just need to open up and expand. And your life will begin to reflect that expansion. If you live repressed, constricted, afraid to speak your mind, this is energy and there's no shame in that. But so many of us got bullied and picked on and shamed as empaths coming into this world. Your life was not ever going to be easy. Because you agreed to put the work in as a fucking child. You was like, yeah, I want to make sure that I get bullied every day. And then when I go home and tell my parents I got bullied, I'm going to get my ass whooped. That was your soul contract. We agreed to the craziest shit to experience it because you came here to innovate, to create new thoughts, to think new thoughts, share new thoughts. To people who are alive in the inside and connected to their soul, you feel that life force energy when you connect with somebody who's radiating that, right? So this is what we're going to be talking about December 17th. We're having a live interactive podcast. Y'all must pull up for this shit. I cannot wait because I have not only tried to please people most of my life, but even after committing so much of my energy to other people, to their dreams, to their goals, to their businesses, what they want to do, their addictions, supporting them, being the person like, you can do this, I believe in you, okay, I'm gonna do this for you and do that for you. I want taking care of myself. And when you don't take care of yourself, you get low-key resentful. Because you feel like you're giving out more energy than you're receiving. And when you stop and take a look at it, it's easy to feel like the problem is coming from the outside. Because the 3D Matrix don't want you to see that the root of what's happening is your energy. Right? Your energy, your thoughts, your beliefs that are creating thought forms in your life that's not serving you. If anything in your life right now is not looking how you thought it to once be, you should have gangster gratitude for that shit, because that means that the illusions and the lies that you have been living in are coming apart so that you can be free. There's freedom on the other side of figuring out who you are. It's so much freedom. And sometimes we have these inner child wounds, and most people don't even really teach about this. Most of us growing up, nobody talked to us about this. You thought that because you got older chronologically that it wasn't no inner child. Anybody here relate to that? Like, yeah, these downloads do be coming heavy. This is why the 3D matrix don't be fucking with camps in the oracle. But I stay fucking with the 3D matrix. Sure do. I'm equipped. For this shit. I'm equipped. Like, point blank, period. I've been equipped. I went through so much hard times in my life because this is what I was always put here to do. Your soul is ready to sing the song that it came to sing. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be rich. And you don't have to be what other people expect you to be to feel good about you. It's all about how you feel about yourself. If you change your life right now, you would only be changing the veneer. You ain't even getting down to the root. You're just changing the veneer. The shit look plush. It look nice. The relationship look good. And we so afraid to be real because realness don't get respect from people who dead. And it's no judgment to people who dead. I mean, if you wake up and pop a blue pill every day because you want to stay in a 3D matrix, that's your choice, right? It's your sacred choice. This is how Morpheus was right here, right? It's your sacred choice. You choose. That's free will. Even though the blue pill ain't free will, but that's a whole nother deal. I ain't gonna even get into that right now. So I'm going to be talking about this because last night I was asking for direction. When people interact with my energy, I want them to leave and just feel, not just feel better about themselves, but feel empowered to align with something that's greater than whatever life has handed you. See, I work on myself. I spend 3 to 4 hours every day meditating. Like, no cap. And that should be hard because I'm hypervigilant. I'm the hypervigilante, the people pleaser. My wounded inner child is a rescuer. So even in the time that I'm supposed to be doing something for me, I'm thinking about the kids, what they need. I'm thinking about things that can help my grandson, things that my man might need. And I have to stop and be like, damn, how many thoughts have you had about you today? None. It's the program. So as you reprogram yourself, you will think about yourself more. And as you work on your energy centers, see, the course that we have is called the 3D Matrix Detox. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all about this course right quick. All right. So the course 3D Matrix Detox is basically me taking how I see through the illusion. Hold on. I'm on live right now. Would you like to be on speaker and talk to the audience?
I was hollering so that you know that it's not up on the call.
Oh, okay. Well, don't get the items that I had added. Okay. Yeah. So in that course, I sit with some of the toughest life situations. When people, sometimes it's divorce. Some of us haven't healed from that, right? Sometimes it's stuff that happened in a past life. Some of us haven't healed from that. You probably didn't even know, right? Some of us have been through sexual abuse. Some of us have been in sex trafficking. Some of us have been abducted by a parent who wasn't supposed to have you, came and took you from school. Like these things are so common, but people don't really talk about it, so you don't really know how to process it. Like, what does it mean? Why do I get in relationships with people and it seems like there's always some form of energetic violence happening towards me? What does it mean? And when you get to the theory of the holographic matrix, you realize that our two eyes are actually projectors. And our words are also the architects. So you have the words that are architects that always creating something. Even the unspoken words are always creating something. This is why you can walk in a room and you can feel tension in the room and you can feel uncomfortable after that, not know what happened, but the energy sometimes will cause you to take a step back. I done walked in a restaurant and felt the energy and turned around and left. And be like, nope, I ain't doing that. I don't play about my energy. That shit precious and it's pristine, and I want it to stay that way by any means necessary. Because I don't want the things that I'm sharing and teaching to be ineffective. You know, so I tell people, call me on it. If you get the course and you like, this is mediocre, I'm not getting any effect. It might be because you're not putting in the work, because it's working for me and so many other people. I have helped so many people all around the world, people where we barely spoke the same language. You know, so this is energy is outside of language. So if you're finding yourself tripping up on your words, calling somebody's name who you're not even dealing with anymore, is not around you, these are all signs that your energy is connected to somebody and is draining you. So with these etheric cords, I asked last night when I got ready to do my divination before bed, because I make sure that I choose what's going to happen the next day, the day before. That's how you create your own life. It's a very dark world, and we're even darker inside. The only reason the world dark is because we don't know that we project, right? So you protect your energy by creating structure at night. You don't even have to get my course, but in my course, I'm walking you through everything to do every day, every night, and to be able to connect with parts of yourself you probably didn't even know existed. It's something inside of you that's such a higher potential of yourself that you feel, and you feel like you're right there, but it's like every time you get one step closer, it just seems like something sets you back, right? So when that's happening, it's because you're not creating your reality. You either don't have the tools, you don't have the discipline or the consistency or the patience. It takes patience. It takes compassion. So when you create your own reality the night before, you know, I talk with myself. I talk with my inner child, like, how you feeling today? How do you feel about how I showed up? Your inner child is always watching you. Your inner child is listening to the way you respond to your own internal gaslighting and dialogue. And so you talk to your inner child. And you let your inner child know, like, I'm here for you. My goal is to be better to you than what I experienced. This is how you heal. I don't know why this shit has been such a secret or such a mystery teaching. You know, this is something that's so profound yet basic yet complex. You know, so when I asked Urzuli Dantor was the goddess that came up, and Urzuli Dantor, with her beautiful self, she symbolizes etheric cords. And my question was, what are we dealing with? Those of us who are in the lifetime that we agreed to wake up and heal, like, what are we dealing with right now? And it was like etheric cords. So I sleep with my obsidian. Obsidian absorbs negative energy. I'm not playing with these motherfuckers. When I tell you I'm fucking packing every weapon you could think of. Because my mission in life is too precious to allow it to be watered down by anything, anyone, including my own self. Because you cannot learn anything when you already think you know everything. So you merge with your inner child and you go into life curious and just with questions and no judgment. Children are not judgmental. It's our grown asses. That's why we got negative inner dialogue happening all the time, because maybe you are a judgmental person. It was, look. So when I saw that come up, I knew I was going to have to go live today. And I tried to avoid this because I got stuff to do. You know, I'm always busy working on myself, studying myself. I hire coaches for everything that I want to master, anything that I want to accomplish. That's the energy that's infused in the courses that we create. So when that came up, I've been dreaming about a lot of different things from my past. And that's a sign that it's time for me to do some deeper shadow work around those things that's showing up in your dreams. So when you work through this course, you will start dreaming about the things in your subconscious mind. Even if you forget, that's okay. I teach how to do that. You can retain your memory with practice and patience and consistency. Just keep doing it, right? So there are herbs that you can take to help you remember your dreams. Maybe you are doing some deep subconscious healing and you just don't even remember it. Especially if you get abruptly woke up and you right in the middle of a dream. So, you know, if you can remember any part of it as soon as you wake up, like write it down. You should be studying yourself. The more that you study and focus on yourself, the less you will focus on other people. You won't even give a fuck what other people doing. People will start asking you, like, do you even care that this is happening? You'll be like, it is what it is. And you just go neutral. You're not negative. You're not having to be positive all the time. You just go neutral. And I walk through life perceiving things from perspectives that seemed to be out of my reach before I started doing this work. So if you look at a problem and all you see is a problem, that's a sign that your energy is misaligned. You're not balanced. You're not in tune with your soul. Your soul will guide you and direct you through life, through numbers and many other ways. When you connect with people who are doing this work, this is the energy that you connect with. So the Religious Detox course, that's what that's all about. I don't do this to give people money. I don't give a fuck about nobody's money. What I care about is that I leave this world better than what it was for me. That's what I care about. I care when people comment and say, thank you so much for this. Like, I can't even believe how simple these things are, yet they are so effective. Within 2 to 3 days, people are already having glitches in the matrix. This is your perception changing, right? And answers just come to you. Like, it's rarely a time that I'm going through something and I have absolutely no idea why. Now I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons I'm going through something. This shit is mind-blowing. It's like, you mean to tell me I didn't need to change my life? I just needed to feed myself and nurture my soul and connect to me in my own voice? That was it? The universe like, yep, pretty much. So now, you know, I create from a space. There was a time where I wanted to be a nurse and I tried so hard to finish nursing school. If my future self would have been communicating with my past self, I probably would have quit school and just jumped into doing this. But this shit is crazy. Like this shit is really crazy that I create courses to activate people's third eye and it's actually working. That's so wild to me because it is so much enslavement on higher consciousness thinking right now. Like, y'all have to look at this. Like, we are being surveilled and we are being censored on every end. Almost every space we exist in, you got to be rigid and tight about your beliefs and not commenting there or talking about it. It's like straight totalitarian government right now. And right in the middle of the underworld where all of our secret shadows and demons have come out to play because Betelgeuse, the Death Star, pulled up on us and was just like, yeah, it's time to do the work. Mama Earth like, yep, I'm doing the work too. Think about it. Archaeologists are finding civilizations that they didn't even know existed prior to because the level of water on the planet is getting so low. Right? It's treasure inside of your problems. It's treasure inside of your trials and your tribulations. If it feels like suffering, it's only because you are separated from this authentic part of yourself that your soul is craving for you to connect to. So when you work with your higher self, right? And I work through subconscious programming. I give you ceremonies that you can do with yourself to reprogram your subconscious mind. Meditations, affirmations to encourage you to support the person that you are aspiring to reach to be, right? As you are working through these things, as long as you keep consistent and continue to build up your toolbox where you packing too. You like, shit, I keep some ambition and affirmation and ammunition. Like, you feel me? Like, ambition is my ammunition. Anybody who never wanted to see me succeed, it's like, that has nothing to do with me. My only ammunition in life is my ambition, right? It's my love. And that creates an ambiance around me. My auric field, it just hit different because I do the work. So I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's possible. You wouldn't even be here right now if it wasn't possible. And for those of you who are like, I'm on some other shit, I want to work on chakras, I got you. We actually got the chakra camps, and they on sale. You get all 3 root chakra camps, from the root to the sacral to the solar plexus. These are energy centers that operate like tape recorders, cassette tapes. And you could buy a cassette tape and it could be NWA, but you could also record the quiet storm and have some Keep Sweat shit bumping at night so you can talk your shit macking on the phone. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, some shit I was doing when I was in high school, but yeah. So, so the energy that you work on reprograms you with experiences from the past, and you reorganize it to align with what's going to serve you. And you stop being addicted to thoughts that make you feel worse about yourself. This is why we don't stop thinking negative thoughts, because it's something inside of us that only feels comfortable when you are gaslighting and criticizing yourself, because maybe that's the conditioning you grew up around, and so that's normal for you. And if it's too quiet for too long and too much peace, you start to think something is wrong, and you're just waiting for the shoe to hit. You're just waiting for life to serve you a cold ass slice of pizza. Like, you just feel like something fucked up is going to happen. This is what trauma does to us on an energetic level. And so it's so important. If you see the darkness in the world, that means that you're supposed to be creating light. And you cannot create light unless you go into the darkness. And this 3D matrix is so fucked up that even as children, we come here oftentimes, we become afraid of the dark. The very thing that allowed us to grow so that we could have a body to have this spiritual experience called life. That's a sign right there of what you're living in. Now, it gets deeper than this. It's not just people we have conversations with. It's people we have soul contracts with too. It's all in the mix. I got a soul retrieval that I do with my clients and with those that buy the courses. For you, there are parts of you. We used to call ourselves remnants gathering, because there are parts of you that got lost in those situations. But because we've been programmed to think that time is linear, you think because that's not happening right now, it's not affecting you. But if it's affecting your energy through your subconscious mind, it's affecting you. This is why the world looks so fucked up to certain people. Because we're supposed to be doing something about it. That's what we came here to do. We came here to create a frequency by the way that we treat ourselves and the way that we live. I eat slow, you just treat yourself better. I'm not going to eat fast. Like, in all of these things, it's trauma that causes this. When I get triggered, I don't respond. I just start. I'm going to tell y'all what I started doing. I'm going to get off after this because I'm finna start getting into that other personality that comes up that I was talking to y'all about very openly because I've done the work. So I feel really good about sharing shadow shit. It's actually my preference. But we make life so hard. We do. It's us. We are so genius and so creative and so powerful that we put filters on our life. We put filters on situations. And we're really reliving those past experiences because that's a sign that it's time for us to heal. You can time travel right here. This is the quantum computer. There's no D-Wave ain't got shit on your brain, baby. Right? So, you know, I'm in a space now where anything that doesn't feel blissful to me, I say no. You know, I don't invest my energy into anything that feels depriving. It looks selfish and it sounds selfish, but it's not. It's self-love. True self-love is radical. So all you count-diculas out there draining people with your energy because you don't know what you're supposed to do with a phallus, I'm telling you, people is catching on. You vampires and narcissists out there who just continue to mistreat people and not appreciate them. It's not going to be looking good for you. It would behoove you to start doing some shadow work and working on yourself. People not taking that shit no more. Especially feminine beings on the planet. They just like saying no to every fucking thing. Like, I used to be the kind of person where I felt like it was my duty to like have sex, but if your dick is feeling like a Count Dicula situation, I'm not gonna be involved in that. I'm serving a high purpose. You know, I'm serving a very high purpose. I am transmuting and transcending trauma transgenerationally. Admission has to go up when I upgrade myself. Are you raising your admission prices? Are you upgrading yourself? If you're not, you're allowing yourself to be drained. And that's your free will. So December 17th, I'm going to go over some of the most common myths and mistakes that people make when doing shadow work. And I can guarantee you ain't never, ever heard this anywhere else before. I am completely going to be raw, unfiltered, loose than a motherfucker like I like to do. People soul feel free. See, if you close and I start cussing and shit and that make you feel the way it's something inside of you that's wounded. Because this word and this energy and this frequency that I'm transmitting, it is way outside of a cuss word. That's healing. Y'all feel that shit every time I cuss. You feel that shit. That's why I be asking people who can live in this world and despite what you see, have enough love anchored inside your being that you can have the most grateful experience and ain't nothing changed in your life. That's that motherfucking gangster gratitude. If gratitude don't get gangster, it ain't real. So I appreciate myself. So I don't want no dick from Count Dicula. You can get back. I got some garlic for you. I got a ritual for you. I got a spell for you, a meditation for you. And I'm always riding with Kali Ma. Kali Ma devours the energy of demons. That's like her dessert. And this is why people are afraid of these energies and afraid to learn new things and expand. You will not get free in fear. If you allow fear to dictate what you do in this life, the darkness that you see is not going to change. All right? So, you know, I got a very filthy mouth, some say. And yeah, I got a lot of stories that I'm going to be sharing. I don't know who was in them. But yeah, that's what we doing. So the live interactive podcast, y'all will be able to interact with me and ask me questions in the chat. And I actually do pay attention to the comments and the emails. But when we're in a live interactive podcast, it be so lit. The shit is crazy. It's like, it's just, you just have to come and experience it for yourself. You know. We go play some music for y'all. We always own that. We always got some vibes. It's all about the vibes, right? And you know, it's beautiful to let people know, like, you enough just as you are, and I'm going to show you how. I see God in you. I see Goddess in you. It's not outside of you, and I'm going to show you how to access it. When I tell you, I'm not playing with this simulation. I'm not playing with this. I went through too much, and I have too much wisdom to continue to shortchange myself. Good vibes, Ashe. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Look at the soccer ball. What is this soccer ball thing? This damn technocracy we in. That's a conversation for another time. But I knew I had to jump on here for y'all. So pay attention, y'all, okay? Like, I'm loving the soccer balls. Like, if you feeling it, if people getting offensive and shit and being easily irritated, just know we're going through mass exorcisms. And the people who go ahead and like, okay, hello, demon, name jealousy. Okay, hello, demon, name resentment. Like, the people who go ahead and do the work, it ain't gonna be no darkness in the world. Because we learning how to bring the motherfucking light, baby. You create light. Anybody who don't like to be in the dark is because you are a creator of light. But light cannot be created without darkness. Darkness is not bad. It's useful, it's healing, and it's protective. Right? That's how you got here. In the darkness of your mother's womb is how you got here. You can go back. You can go back into a womb space and heal yourself. Heal thyself. That's why the power structures are falling. I spend 12 hours every day studying, working on myself. I really mean this. It hit me today and I was like, I'm really doing the fucking work. Like, I'm not creating courses and shit from a false self space. Like, this shit real right here. People feel this and connect with this. And there's people in the courses and they come to the podcast and they just be blown away. And they be like, you know, saying, you should be doing something bigger. And I'm just like, shit. It don't get no bigger than being spiritually sovereign. Right? It don't get no bigger than that. I'm not afraid of what anybody have to say about me, what they think. I'm so in love with me. Like, I'm probably not the finest person to always be around, because anything that attaches to me that doesn't feel good, I'm getting rid of it. I will Palo Santo your ass until you cannot breathe. Get the fuck away from me with that shit. Soon as I feel an energy vampire situation going on, I'm telling you, I'll be disconnecting. I'm not, no. I have come too far to allow myself to be used that way. And so have you. So join us. It's just $22 for the live interactive podcast. You go get a whole lot of shit. It's a whole lot of stuff on there already, but if you're ready to have fun with your spiritual awakening, but still go deep at the same time, like this is what it is. And I love when y'all start doing y'all shit and y'all be feeling yourselves. I just be sitting back and watching. There's people that's got way bigger numbers and following than me who worked with me. And I sit back and be like, yeah. You see that Phoenix right there? Yeah. I see you. I love it. It's no jealousy in me. Right? I want to see people help me kick this bitch in. Set the fucking roof on fire. Because we don't need no water. Let this motherfucker burn. It's gotta die. You gotta let the illusion die. Stop trying to hold it up, y'all. Stop. Look, I'm telling you, it will kill you. I tried. You cannot do it. Let people live their lives. Let people eat their bacon. Let people do whatever it is that they want to do. But you make sure that you do you at all times. And only connect your energy with those who prioritize you and your boundaries and appreciate you. That's what we doing. That's how you bring in 2023. You feel me? This is how you bring in 2023. You are capable of doing anything. I'm telling you. And you ain't even got to feel a way towards the energy vampires, because if it weren't for Count Dicula, I wouldn't even be here serving y'all all of this good, juicy, soul nurturing wisdom. I shake Count Dicula. Thank you. Right? And when you in this space, you just like, what can I say? I love me. What can I say? I fucking love me. Everybody in this world wants to be able to feel that when they look at themselves, whether they depressed, no matter what's going on, angry, sad, broke, paid, whatever. We all are desiring to feel more love, and we think it's the people in our life that's going to give it to us, but they are not. It is you waiting to give it to you. Everything that you need. I'm telling you, divinely hilarious. I've been thinking of a name because I'm going to go ahead and do a whole, like, you know, thing. We go do it. We go do it up. I'm going to get all sexy and shit and talk my shit and be dirty. You know, I got a dirty mind, but it's clean at the same time. It don't even make sense. This is when you break through the matrix. And you like, I can be the fool and the genius, right? At the same goddamn time. People get free. That's why comedians go through hell. I get it, though. But yeah, I got some jokes. I got some metaphysics. I got it all. We go do it. Like Bobby Hemmett, he set it off. He set that shit off on the right. Then he set it off on the left. If you don't know who Bobby Hemmett is, check him out. The Functionary. That's where a lot of this syntax come from. I got some words for your ass. I'm gonna be teaching about trigonometry. I'm a mathematician too, an alchemist. Trigonometry. What is that? That's when you get triggered, and the trigger leads you into your naga, your wise mind. Trigonometry. So when my triggers be trying me, I'd be like, what is the wisest lesson that I could learn from this right here? And so, like, I'm telling y'all, I got 13 people tattooed on my back. I got wings for 13 people. I got more wings to get. I've lost so many people. I've been around death my whole life. It's crazy. People be like, you should be crazy. You know? Look at my life, and I don't even really like to talk about it, but because it's not that I'm caught up in it. The shit is funny to me now, and I low-key do sometimes exhibit my insanity because I'm not afraid to. And you happier when you can let people see you being insane or being silly or whatever. But trigonometry, like, you know, come on now, trigonometry, like. So when I get triggered, I create courses. So people can figure out what's going on with them energetically and create the life they came here to live. That's what I do when I get triggered. And I'm telling you, I come to bring the smoke for the smoke screen. So if you ready for shift, fuck with what I'm talking about. And I know I've tried to be more businessy. I've had business coaches tell me I shouldn't cuss as much. And I should look presentable every time I'm on here. And I should be sure. And I'm just like, fuck all that. I don't want to do none of that shit. I just want to do whatever the fuck I feel like I need to do when I feel like I need to do it. Because them type of people I want to connect with. I'm trying to be somebody else and trying to follow a template that don't fit my soul. No wonder I'm going to be depressed and angry and mean all the time. Because I'm not living my best life. I'm not being me. People will suppress the hell out of you and choke the life out of you to keep you from moving past where they are. And then be the people that love us the most. They are a gift. Every person that ever came at you in a way that triggered you, that was a gift. And I'd be like, thank you. That shit broke my heart right there, what you just said to me. But thank you. I'm in touch with my pain now. Like when people hurt my feelings, I burp philosophical shit. Being deep is not even a thing. This is just me. Right? And so I'm like, thank you. And this just happened to me today. And I was like, I'm so grateful. That shit is confusing. Like, what? Man, my gratitude is gangster for this moment right here. Like, damn, that shit just really hurt me, what you just said to me. Like, you can be vulnerable like that and be like, but still be like, thank you behind it, though. Thank you for letting me know that you don't love me the way I love you, right? Thank you. Wow. I'm in touch with my pain now. I try to hide my pain. I got to function. I got to have a working avatar in a 3D matrix. I got to look like the perfect parent, and I got it all together, and I got other people watching me, and they got standards and expectations, and it's too much. We put too much pressure on each other to be perfect. That's why the world looks so crazy. Some of y'all just need to strip down, buck naked, and dance like ain't nobody looking, and laugh at yourself. When I get triggered, that's the type of shit I do. Strip down, buck naked time. Shit crazy, but it works. It works. I see what else. I'm telling you, like, y'all gonna really enjoy this. If you don't already know who I am, you can binge watch me. You know, I'm a red pillar, and I don't know how to come any other way, right? So it's straight truth with me. It's straight truth for me. And I'm willing to lose whatever it is I got to let go of. So stop holding on to the lies and illusions, y'all, okay? It's sucking the life out of you. And you don't have to be mean. None of that. You just learn how to be with you. So it's like you're not putting a judgment on. This is judgment day. We judge ourselves. Right? We judge ourselves all day, every day. All day, every day, nonstop. That's because you don't know that you're in the underworld. That's what this is. And you can be the architect of creating heaven. Look at Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza go through all of the things that we go through. If you don't know who Joe Dispenza is, Dispenza, check him out. He on YouTube, I'm sure. But he goes through what any other human being goes through. Yeah, he's living his soul's purpose. And, and he's watched people heal themselves and do so many phenomenal things. And it's just having the mindset and the support and not being afraid. We are so afraid. No wonder there's not enough love in the world. It's too much fear. It's too much fear, and people scared to admit to things that they like to eat and do and be and talk. It's crazy. I love authentic people. You could be authentically the worst fucking narcissist in the world, and if you own that shit, I'm like, I appreciate you. Gangsta gratitude for your existence. I love people be like, yeah, I'm a fucking narcissist, or yeah, I'm a fucking hoe. I love to see people own it. If that's what you want to call it, okay, whatever. Whatever you want. When people own whatever it is, especially if it's something that has a negative connotation attached to it, you feel something. You come alive. But we so addicted to every life being perfect, and we feel like we can't have joy, we can't have bliss. Life don't have to be perfect. It don't. I'm telling you, it don't. I got videos, a podcast. I just came out of surgery. Maybe 72 hours. It was my passion. It's my passion. That's the fire of my solar plexus of my soul. This fire that's down inside of me, nothing in this life can put it out. Ain't that what the desire is that you feel inside of you? Like you are your own fire. And you are capable of doing things that you never thought you could do, except in your imagination. It's time for us to reimagine our life and sing the soul that our soul came to sing. That's why it's called New Verse. live. Because you script your own chapters to your life. One verse at a time. One verse at a time. I'm ready to get loose. We're going to have fun. December 17th. So pull up newverselive.com. I'm going to get off here and playing with y'all and shit. Y'all fun. I like y'all. Y'all, somebody got delivered just from being in here. They got delivered. Y'all fun, but let go of the pressure. Practice being light as a feather. And if you don't know how to do it exactly and you want some guidance, we got you. newverselive.com. So pull up on the 17th. I'm not begging or asking, because if you're not there, you missing out. I'm telling you, I'm going all the way in. Y'all already know what it is. Man, your third eye has just been kissed. One love.